Well, hello and welcome. Here I am once again. I'm starting to get some crazy stuff in my face. Let's see. Oh, there we go. It could be, who knows, but uh, I don't care. I'll treat it myself if it has to. So, anyway, I'm just. Today is gonna be about me, I guess. So that's where they say my ego is elevated. But I just want to say a little background of who and what I am and what I do, okay? Because I would like to create some trust so I can, I don't want to say it, but I would like to be able to make a little bit of money off my content, okay? So I come as clean as I can, and this shit is bugging me. So I might have to do something drastically. Anyway, my name, as you know, is Juan, so it's kind of like a Q&A. My name is Juan. I go by the Morrigan Qjx. The Qjx part is my abbreviation for my name, Juan Quintana. X because it's just fun. So, the Morrigan, however, is a little analogy on life and death. And I'm gonna put it as this. I believe that yes, you have to be cautious. I believe that yes, you have to be wise. But at the same time, you have to enjoy what you do. Because I'll put it this way, there is no outcome. There is no outcome in which you or I will live forever. Not in this physical form, anyway. So, that goes in multiple directions, which I'm not gonna really argue, because we all have things. Okay, I guess you can call it dated. I don't know if that's the right word, but I was with a woman, I suppose, which I didn't quite acquaint too well, because I'm gonna be honest, that was when I used to work and make decent amount of coin, and so I like to ski. I like to ski, and it took me a long time to learn how to ski, and it's expensive. You are looking, I'm sorry, you're gonna jump all over the place, but you're looking at least $1,000 for maybe a week or two. So it's expensive as it gets. So why am I saying that? Because I would like you to understand a little bit of where I'm coming from. I have some issues, like everybody, mentally, physically, and spiritually, but that's everybody's dilemma. That's why this life is designed. It's a school indeed, but I see it as a rehabilitation place. So it's just a little word of, let's call it wisdom, and to get your hopes up. Maybe no false hope, as someone adequately said, but for you to have trust in your own self. Yes, I understand the deities you create and do and all that. I respect whatever you believe, right? But don't become a harm to the world, to your neighbor, to your brother, to your sister, to your daughter. And you know where I'm going from with this. So I appreciate all kinds of people because I've been there. I know it's tough. I've worked myself to insanity. I worked and 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 end up here. So for now, I have to bear the price of my choices. So that's basically what I'm getting at. There is no action without consequence. I believe that no matter what race, no matter what everything, at the end of the day, you have to eat. Right? So at the end of the day, you and I, whether you are here or in China or in Japan or in wherever you are, you have to have a moment to eat. And that's everybody's dilemma. So we are not too different. Yet we fight for things that, I'm sorry if I become offensive, makes no effing sense. So what I started studying, I went to study martial arts per se, to understand the philosophy behind it. And I learned a little bit of Tai Chi, I learned a little bit of whatever, doesn't matter. I just use it for health, to stay fit, to stay agile. I have some people say that I have great flexibility for my age. So I am always a fitness enthusiast, even though I am right now 200 pounds. But my height, between my height and my weight, is actually perfect. So, and I wanted always to look a little bit bigger, you know. I was too skinny. I look almost, sorry to say, but like a girl. I was too skinny. That was the extreme of the thing, and that's what basically where I'm coming from. Extremes. Because we like one thing, and someone is gonna ostracize you because you like that thing, but then, or patronize you, but they don't realize what they do. So it's like someone said, a revolving door type of situation. But anyway, I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to hopefully give you motivation so that you get out of bed, so that you start the day hopefully with not as angry as I was last night, but to see that there are options, to see that here in Canada we have options, we have opportunities, and appreciate that the country has allowed you to be here, that the country gives you a job, whether you like it or not. That's whether you like the job or not, that's truly up to you. But the country doesn't have the fault if you happen to be whatever and you don't like it. Maybe you should have or should choose the right career path for you, the one that seeks into happiness, not away from happiness. So that's basically what I'm getting at. As you know, I'm from Colombia, South America. I came when I was 13, somewhere there. I don't remember exactly. 2006, I believe. So I've been around for 20 years almost, or whatever, here in Canada, and I have learned quite a lot of things. Unfortunately, thanks to some conditions that I have, I kind of became unable to work. And it seems like people don't want to deal with me. So it's becoming a little bit problematic because You gotta live out of something somehow. So that's when the Morrigan, the idea came in to show that in the middle of adversity, you still have the determination and the willpower to keep going. To realize that when you are in a stress situation, such as I was last night, for you to realize that there are other options other than go to harm someone or harm yourself. And if the people who are around and the supports and the community don't understand that, then that's the fault. That's the very fault of the system failure. So I take everything as serious as I can, I guess. I don't like to people come to me with bureaucracy, because to me that's just a hypocrite game. So let's be honest with ourselves and let's be honest with other people, because my content is as clean as it gets. And if you want to wonder why I need the money, some of the programs that I use to make the content cost a little bit, and you have to cost actually quite a lot, but I try to use some free programs, but the programs that I like, you have to pay. So what else do you want to know? I was out west for quite a while. I came back to Ontario. I am finally settled, I suppose. I don't know. I'm just here trying to enjoy my time. I'm trying once again to raise some funds so that I can have a life, so that I can not spend my days without doing nothing, so that I have a purpose, so that I have a meaning, so that I can do all the things that we came to do in this life. So I like philosophy, as you adequately see. I love the language, as you adequately can hear. And I do encourage, I'm so sorry, I just have to put this out there because it just boggles me. It just boggles me, and I find it unappreciative and ungrateful. And it goes back to the bureaucracy. So I'm gonna say this. The word is called linguistics. And I encourage you, even if you are Canadian born here, to learn the language as much as you can, because it will help you to articulate what you actually mean. Some people say, oh, you are too technical. No, that's the actual word. Sorry, I'm gonna put the example, and you're gonna hate me, especially the black community. But the gang, some people say, oh, I'm a gangster. See, that has double meaning, because it's the original meaning and what they made it to be, right? So there is something there. As far as I'm concerned, gangster means team member. That's the definition of it. But then you know what it is, right? So I'm really, 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 really concerned, because some people just don't care if they speak properly, if they say things as they mean it. Sometimes they are talking about something and it has second meanings. So how the hell you supposed, pardon, how are you supposed to actually have a conversation if what you're talking has a double meaning? See? So, aside from that, I consider myself bisexual. I don't care who likes it. I welcome everybody because I believe we are here not just for ourselves. That's where some of the so-called masters and monks have failed. Because if we are here just to detach, might as well be dead. We are here to experience this that we call life. And in life, you're gonna have some things that you like, some things that you hate, some things that you are passionate about, some things that you don't do too well. I don't do paperwork too well. I do media, and I do content, and I'm not the greatest, but to me it comes easy. You put me to do paperwork and I get lost. I don't even know where to start. So it makes me nuts when they give me a sheet to fill up information about whatever. I remember my information. And if you fill it up for me, then I'll give you all the information you need. But for me to fill it up, I sometimes don't know what to put because I'm not designed for it. I'm not that kind of person. That's why some people do HR work, because they are really good at paperwork. So, what else? I studied engineering, never finished, but I studied engineering for machines, for technology, so you can see why I am quite good. I don't know if it's good what I say. Good a term anyway. But it comes easy for me to use machines per se. So and software. So I don't have a computer, a laptop, because not even that I can afford anymore. But I do everything with this. This is a computer. I was in an airport once, and the lady asked me, "Do you have a computer?" And I look at her like, I don't know what you mean. Because my phone is a computer. The PS4 is a computer. Even your microwave now comes with a computerized chip or whatever. It talks to you, it beeps, does all kinds of things. So, where I'm getting at, I'm just talking here a little bit about myself. We're gonna leave it hopefully 20 minutes or so. If you have the time, I appreciate you checking out the content. I know sometimes it's controversial. I do believe certain things, especially some things like abortion. I'm gonna hit it right where it hurts. So, the clumps of cells that you call is called a fetus. Call it by the name. See, that's the problem with this society. You create, it's the clump of cells. It's called a fetus, in which it starts to develop consciousness. And I'll tell you that the problem about killing is the level of consciousness of the being. So I'm just coming clean here and telling a little bit about myself, telling things about what I know, the things that I have studied, and I believe that as a core value. You gotta study. Yes, we like fun. Yes, we like partying. But remember that you are here to study as well. And like a chore, just get used to it. And put it in your mind, in your mind, in your mind, in your mind. Even if I don't finish college, I'm gonna study. Even if I don't finish high school, I'm gonna study. I did finish high school, by the way. I'm just giving an example. Even if I don't get the job that I want, I'm still gonna study. Even if I'm sick, I'm still gonna study. Even if I'm married, I'm still gonna study. Because it's the essential part of this whole experience. So, what else? I love video games. You can find me playing DC Universe online. I love that game. I create different characters. I don't care what it is. Sometimes it's demons. Sometimes it's golem. Sometimes it's whatever. I do all kinds of characters, and it's fun for me. There is another game called. See, I don't have my glasses, so I cannot see. Century something about dragons. It's really good if you like to say per se that you have a dragon, and I have a dragon. It's called Nightmare. It's a black dragon, and I love it. I love that game. So, what else? You can find me all over YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I don't do much of the other stuff anymore because I just stick with the basics, you know. That's what I learned in music. And you see that I create music, I play music. And it teaches you something other than the music. That when you fall out of part, when you fall out of line, always go back to the basics. So it's good to remember those things. So anyway, I'm not gonna be forgive me, I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to try and create some trust between us. And I'm not here to harm you. I'm just here to hopefully improve the quality of our lives. So with that said, thank you for watching. I appreciate you a lot. Keep being wonderful and respect each other. And what else? Yeah, just try to be good. Anyway, cheers.